What up, gang? Welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video. Top of the morning. Listen, change your mindset and stop making excuses. One of the things I like to do before I start my day is, number one, thank the good Lord for waking me up to see another day. But number two, I like to try to listen to something positive to really put me in the right state of mind so I can approach the day from a positive standpoint. To me, that's so important. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to face some type of adversity throughout the day. Things happen. You face challenges. You may talk to somebody that may change your attitude, change your mood. So things like that are gonna happen. But how you approach those situations is gonna make all the difference in the world, right? There are so many things that we say we're gonna do and we never follow through with it. If you think about New Year's resolutions, everybody has goals. Everybody has a plan in mind to start the new year. People don't always follow through with those plans for whatever reason. Usually, the reason is going to be an excuse. I think we all know that. But when you have a goal in mind, try your best to follow through. Understand that you can do anything you put your mind to. If you want to start a YouTube channel and start creating content, you've been talking about this since last year or maybe even longer. Until you pick up a camera and hit record, it's just gonna always be something that you said you was gonna do. You gotta take action, man. You gotta do it. That job you said you wanted, the one you keep talking about, you got to get up and go apply for that job. It's somebody right now who want to get into trucking. You want to get your CDL. You've been talking about that for the past 2 years. You still haven't done it. Get up and go do it. Go take that test. Download that CDL Prep app, by the way. That's a plug. And study those quizzes, do those practice tests, and start your trucking journey if that's what you want to do. If you want to go back to school, go back to school. Get that degree. Just follow through with whatever goal you set out for yourself, man. Stop making excuses. You want to lose weight? Join that gym. Start watching what you eat. I guarantee you'll see results. You see what I'm doing right now? Just walking. Get me a few miles in. Exercise is important. So if you got that fitness goal, do what you need to do in order to accomplish that. Let's not make excuses. We waste so much time doing other things rather than the things that we set out to do in terms of our goals. We waste a lot of time just procrastinating throughout the course of a day. The beautiful thing about our smartphones is that we're able to see all of our activity. and see how much time we've used doing certain things, whether it's being on YouTube or being on Facebook or Instagram. We get to see how much time we spend on a daily basis on our phones. And if you guys were being honest, and this is myself included, we probably spend a lot of time just scrolling on these social media platforms. Or you gotta throw TikTok in there too. Can't forget about TikTok. I'm not a big TikTok guy. I spend most of my time on YouTube, but you gotta throw TikTok in there. If we look at how much time we spend on these platforms, we can be more productive in other areas. We can use that time on our personal development, learning something new, learning a new skill. If we put the time in learning a new skill as we did in social media, there's no telling where we would be. And that's just the facts. You got to make the investment, man, to be better. You got to make the investment in yourself to want to change your circumstances. I don't care what type of environment you're in. I don't care where you came from. I don't care if you're white, black, Latina. It doesn't matter. You can change your circumstances. Anybody says that they can't, you're just making excuses. Because there are so many examples of people who had some of the same experiences that you're using as an excuse. They found a way to make it out on the other side. Why can't you? That's the question. We're all human beings at the end of the day. They put on their shoes one foot at a time, just like you do. So let's not make excuses, man. It's all up here. Your mindset, your perspective, your views on life, your views on all these different aspects. Whatever those views are, that's gonna determine how you approach life and certain situations that we go through. Y'all know I like to quote my guy Jim Rohn. Let me give y'all another Jim Rohn illustration. He talks about these two salesmen. The first salesman looks out the window and there's a bad storm outside. So the salesman says, "Wow, look at the storm. With weather like this, nobody's gonna be outside trying to make sales." So he says that guy stays home. Then he talks about the second salesman. The second salesman looks outside and said, "Wow, what a storm. What a wonderful day to go out here and try to make some sales." He said mostly everybody will be home, especially the salesman. To me, that was just a great illustration of two people who was looking at the weather in two different ways. One person was looking at the weather as something bad, in which case they refused to go out and make sales in that type of weather. But then you had the other person who was looking at the weather as an opportunity to get out there and make sales, because they knew that most people would be indoors under those type of circumstances. So you got two different outlooks, and that's the same thing with life. People look at circumstances in totally different ways, and I think that's what makes us as human beings so special. So how do you view life? What's your outlook on life? Do you buy into all the doom and gloom? Do you let your circumstances dictate where you are in life or where you want to go? Let's stop making excuses, guys. I said this time and time again, and I'll say it once more. Nobody is gonna save you. Opportunities just don't fall in your lap. You create those opportunities by what you do day in and day out. So if you want better, you got to make it happen. Sky's the limit. The only limitations is the ones that we put on ourselves. Look, guys, that's all I got for you today. Do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Like the video if you like the video. And until the next one, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.